Hello, my dear ones. Have you ever sat down, looked up at the sky, and wondered what is the meaning of life? It's something I think we all ask ourselves at some point. Whether you're in your 20s or your 70s, whether you're just starting out or feeling like you've lived a lifetime, that question can find its way into your heart when you least expect it. Well, today I want to sit with you and share a little about the meaning of life from my perspective, drawn from years of laughter, tears, and everything in between. I've walked through many seasons of life, and what I've learned is that the meaning of life isn't one big thing. It's a collection of moments, experiences, and relationships that build a rich tapestry, each thread contributing to the bigger picture. Let's start, as we always do in my kitchen, with a cup of tea. So grab your favorite mug, settle in, and let me tell you a story or two. One that might just help you see the beauty of the life you're living, right here and right now. The early years, searching for answers. When I was young, I thought life had a simple formula. If you worked hard, stayed kind, and followed the rules, life would give you what you deserved. I expected that by the time I reached my 30s, I would have everything neatly figured out. A house, a job, a family. Everything would fall into place and I would be content. But life doesn't always work that way, does it? Tom and I had been married for a few years, living in a small cozy house and trying to make ends meet. I had 2 babies, and while I loved them with all my heart, I couldn't help but wonder if there was something more to my life than just the day-to-day grind. I would sometimes gaze out the window, feeling like there had to be some deeper purpose to all of this. I remember one evening after putting the children to bed. Tom had gone to bed early, and I sat alone in the living room with a cup of tea. I thought about my grandmother, the one who had always seemed so sure of her place in the world. She had lived through hard times, war, loss, and poverty, but still she always seemed to have a sense of purpose. She worked hard, took care of the people she loved, and found joy in the smallest of moments. I had to ask myself, what was the meaning of my life? What was the purpose I was living for? I wasn't looking for the grand answer. I just wanted to understand what mattered most in the long run. A wake-up call. A lesson from my mother. It was during that time of uncertainty that my mother, Carol, came to visit. I remember it like it was yesterday. I was feeling exhausted, emotionally, physically, and mentally. I loved my family, but I had become overwhelmed by the responsibilities of daily life. I felt like I was drowning in the mundane. One afternoon, I was sitting in the kitchen trying to keep my mind from spiraling. Mom noticed my mood. She had this incredible ability to read me, even when I tried to hide it. She sat beside me, looked me straight in the eyes, and asked, "Suzie, what is it that makes you feel alive? What do you love doing?" I was taken aback. What do I love doing? I hadn't asked myself that in years. My days had been so full of responsibilities and duties, I had forgotten what brought me joy. Mom smiled knowingly. It's easy to get lost in the shuffle of life, but the meaning of life isn't in what you do. It's in what you give and what you love. Life's meaning isn't found in chasing after more. It's found in being present for the moments that matter. Her words stuck with me. It wasn't about getting it all done or checking off boxes. Life was about being there for the people you love, being present in the moment, and giving of yourself in ways that bring joy to others. Discovering the meaning of life, love and service. Years later, I realized that the meaning of life, at least for me, had much to do with love and service. It was in the moments of connection with others, whether it was offering a meal to a friend in need, listening to my children's stories, or even comforting a stranger who needed a kind word. It wasn't always easy, but it was always rewarding. There's a story I want to share with you about the first time I truly understood that life's meaning isn't found in the grand moments but in the small ones. It was when we were living in a small town and a woman named Maria, a neighbor of mine, fell ill. She didn't have family nearby, and many people didn't take the time to visit her. One day, I decided to go over with a warm bowl of soup. I sat with her for hours just talking and listening. She told me stories of her youth, of the love she'd shared with her husband, and how she had once traveled the world. As I listened, I realized that life's meaning wasn't always about doing great things. Sometimes it was simply about being with others. It was in the small acts of kindness and connection that life's true purpose shone through. That afternoon with Maria opened my eyes to the profound impact we can have on each other when we just show up and offer our love and time. The search for purpose. Lessons from my journey. Now, my dear ones, I'm not saying that life is always easy, or that it's without its struggles. I've been through my fair share of hard times. We all have. But those struggles have, in their own way, revealed to me more about what matters in life. When I faced hardship, like the loss of loved ones, the struggles of raising a family, or my own health battles, I realized that meaning isn't found in what we accumulate or achieve. It's in how we love and how we give, in the connections we make and the moments of peace we create. I also learned that life's meaning evolves as we do. There's no singular answer, and there's no right way to live it. Life doesn't always look the way we expect, but that's what makes it so beautifully unpredictable. The meaning of life is about accepting its ups and downs and finding purpose in each of them. How to live with purpose. Now, I know many of you are probably asking, how do I find my purpose in all of this? It's a valid question, and it's one I've asked myself many times over the years. Here are a few things I've learned along the way that may help you as you search for the meaning in your own life. 1. Pay attention to what brings you joy. As I mentioned before, it's easy to get caught up in the busyness of life. But the moments that bring joy, however small they may seem, are the ones that add meaning to our lives. It's the laughter of children, the quiet moments of reading a book, the smell of fresh flowers. These little things make life so rich. Take time to notice them and let them fill your heart with gratitude. 2. Serve others. Helping others is one of the surest ways to find purpose. Whether it's volunteering at a local charity, helping a neighbor, or just offering a listening ear, service brings us closer to the true meaning of life. It helps us remember that we're all connected, and that the greatest gift we can offer is love and kindness. 3. Accept life seasons. Life is always changing. Some seasons are filled with joy, others with sorrow. Some are full of excitement, while others feel slow and stagnant. But each season teaches us something important. Embrace every moment, even the tough ones, because they help shape who you are and how you see the world. 4. Find peace in the present. We often look to the future, thinking that happiness and meaning are waiting for us one day. But the truth is, life's purpose is found right here, right now. If you can learn to be present in the moment, to find joy and meaning in the little things, you will begin to see life for what it truly is: beautiful, meaningful, and full of potential. A final reflection: embracing life's journey. So, my dear ones, I want to leave you with this thought. The meaning of life is not something you find all at once. It's discovered through the experiences, the love, and the moments that make up your story. Life's meaning isn't a destination. It's the journey itself. And as you go on this journey, remember this: you are part of the meaning. Your kindness, your love, your ability to connect with others, those are the things that make life meaningful. I've walked through many seasons, and I can tell you that the secret to life's meaning is to live it with purpose, to love others deeply, and to cherish every little moment you can. So take a deep breath, trust in your path, and know that you're right where you're supposed to be. With all my love, Grandma Suzie. Thank you, my dears, for spending this time with me. Remember, life's journey is better when we walk it together. If these stories and reflections warmed your heart, be sure to subscribe and join me for more wisdom, comfort, and a little sprinkle of joy. Together, let's keep growing one story at a time. Until next time, stay safe, stay hopeful, and remember, you're never alone. Grandma loves you.